All right. Mama's back. Welcome, babies, to Radiger's 30-day SCP Bootcamp Challenge. This is a challenge for new prospective SCP authors who want to improve their skills. This is a challenge for writers who aren't afraid of working really, really hard. And most importantly, this is a challenge for writers who feel like if they stop writing, they'll literally just die. Does that sound like you? Great, welcome aboard. I'm not going to promise you that this is going to make you the best writer on the SCP Wiki. I'm not even gonna promise that it will make you a good writer, especially if you're starting from scratch. But I can guarantee that after doing this challenge, you are going to be about 500% better at writing SCPs than you were before you started. Now, are you ready to suffer? Of course you are. You're a writer. Now put on some music that makes you feel cool, and let's get your anime training montage started. The first thing I'm gonna need you to do is acquire one unpublished SCP that you have written. Maybe it's a draft. Maybe it's something that you posted once and it got downvoted and deleted. Maybe it's something that is more or less finished, but you just haven't gotten the nerve to post it yet. Maybe you'll need to write an entirely new draft based on that super cool SCP idea that I know you all have because you're always posting them in my comment section. This is not part of your 30 days, by the way. This is a prerequisite that you will need later. Have you got it? Awesome! Now pick up your favorite writing utensil and throw it across the room because you won't be needing it for the 30 days of this challenge. Kiss your draft goodbye and stash it somewhere where you won't look at it for the next month. And now, the challenge starts. Go to scpwiki.com. Do you have an account? Cool! Log out of it. You are not going to need it. Now navigate to the sidebar where it says Guide for Newcomers, and now read this whole page. You will see 3 links at the bottom: Guide for Reading, Guide for Writing, and Joining the Site. Read the Guide for Reading and the Guide for Writing. And now read them again. You can read Joining the Site if you want to, but you don't actually need a membership for this challenge, so in fact it's actually better if you just don't log in at all. But rad, I can hear you saying, how am I supposed to complete an SCP Wiki writing challenge if I'm not logged in? Don't you need to be a member to post anything? You sure do, but I never said this was going to be a writing challenge. In fact, you're not going to be doing any writing at all. No, my curious and highly motivated student. This is a reading challenge. Because, my dear, once you've mastered spelling and grammar and all the basic mechanics of the English language, there are only 2 skills that you need to have in order to become an excellent writer: reading and observation. On the sidebar, navigate to a link labeled Top Rated. It's going to take you to this page, which has all of the top rated pages from the last 30 days. See this list? See how it says page 1 at the bottom? Read something from this list. Think about what you liked. Think about the devices that they used. Think about the stylistic choices that you might want to emulate in your own writing. If something that an author did really stuck out to you, then walk across your room and get your writing utensil and take it back and use that to write it down. What is important is that you pay attention. This is the observation part. Don't just catch the general plot overview of what's happening. Think about how they're writing. How are they revealing information? If they're using dialogue, when and why? If they're using cool CSS tricks, what does that add to the article? When you've finished reading, scroll down to where it says Discuss at the bottom and click that. Now read all of the comments. Every single one, down to the very last page. These are notes, comments, pointers, reactions from other SCP authors and other wiki users. And they'll give you special insight into why the top-rated articles of that month are the top-rated articles of that month. Once you have finished reading the discussions page, go back to the top-rated page and repeat the process until you've finished every single article on page 1. This part might actually take you a couple of days. But once you've read all of them, they will slowly be replaced over the next 30 days with new articles, so you'll like have kind of breaks between. That means if you clear the entire list by day 2, you'll have a couple of days to relax. Just keep checking the board. When you see a new article, read it and read the discussion page. Go back to the sidebar and find a link that says Forum. Scroll down to Help:"Ideas Critique. Find the sticky that says, in all caps, Required Reading, How to Use This Forum-Ideas. You can probably guess what comes next. That's right. Read it. Once you're done reading that, find a thread that has more than one post, preferably as many as possible. Read the OP's idea, and then read the Greenlighter's criticism of it. The more reviewer comments, the better, because you get to see different perspectives on the same idea. Do one of these every day. One of the hard truths about writing is that ideas are worthless. Your ideas are worthless. My ideas are worthless. Everybody's got ideas. Everybody thinks they can write the next best SCP or the next great American novel. What separates artists from non-artists is not some inexplicable, innate ability that you're born with. It's just the ability to work really hard for a super long time. That's all writing is. That's all any art form is. You don't just wake up one day being an expert writer. The hard work, the labor that you're doing, this is where the art lives. It doesn't live in the ideas. Listen, I don't want to sound like overly harsh or anything, but nobody gives a shit if you've got a good idea for an SCP. Everybody does. Ideas are cheap. Can you work for it? Can you put in the hours? Can you rewrite and edit and hack it to pieces over and over and over again? There is no such thing as talent. There is such thing as obsession. The idea isn't the diamond. The idea is the coal. Back to the forum. Now you're gonna wanna find help draft critique. It's just like day 3. Read the how-to sticky, find a thread with minimum 2 posts on it. Read the writer's draft, read the reviewer's critique. You can even write your own critique just for yourself if you're nasty. Because one of the best and least embarrassing ways to improve your writing is to watch other people screw it up and learn from their mistakes. Okay, this task is easier and also probably a lot more fun. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and for the next 5 minutes, just click around the website. Anything that catches your eye. Cross-linked articles, website features, some guy's author page. A lot of people give up on the SCP Wiki because they're not accustomed to old-school forum websites, but it's not as overwhelming as it looks. There's some really fun stuff that's buried super deep down that you'll never find just from the front page. Go forth and explore. And that's the formula. For the remaining 26 days, your challenge should look roughly like this. Clear page 1 of the top rated, read 1 ideas critique post, read 1 drafts post, and 5 minutes of exploration. And once you are done, once 30 days have elapsed, and you have inundated yourself with guides and forum posts and short stories, go and find that draft that you made at the very beginning. Give it a very quick read, and then put it away again. And now rewrite it. From memory. Think about every tool, every strategy that people were using in those top-rated articles. Try to replicate your favorites. Think about the criticisms and mistakes that people made in the ideas and drafts forums, and try to not replicate those. Do not look at the original until you're done. Then when you are done, take out your old draft, put them side by side, and compare. It's better, isn't it? Was it difficult? Does it feel good? Of course it was. And of course it does. You're a writer. I'm sure that most people are not actually going to do the challenge, but if you did, tell me in the comments and tell us how it went. I want to give the biggest shout out ever to my patrons. Their names are on the screen. These guys stuck with me through my way too long hiatus. I cannot thank you enough. I do most of what I do based on patrons from both this and on my podcast account, and I wouldn't be able to do this if it weren't for you guys, so I can't thank you enough. I'm sorry for being gone for so long. But now that HIMS is done, I'm going to have a lot more time to make videos. But also, like, don't expect a weekly upload schedule. In fact, don't expect a regular upload schedule. I am like a cat. I come and go when I please. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more weird SCP videos. I know y'all are jonesing for Content Farm, and I will probably do some more of those, but just be aware that's not like the main thing that I'm going to be doing most of the time, because I want to talk about art with my face. If you haven't listened to my fiction podcasts before, this one is SCP, this one is like fantasy tragic horror. Listen to those if you want to see what it's like when I go really hard. And read my SCPs, okay, bye.